Hello again, everybody. Good to see you again this morning. Well, you know what I mean by see. Good to connect with you again this morning. Yes, we're going through the Psalms, and today we're at Psalm 61. Supposed to be going to Psalm 64, verse 10, but I don't think there's much chance of getting there because you probably will want your breakfast. So, Psalm 61. Let's see what God's word has to say for us today. David, at this point, is probably it's a later point in his life, probably on the run from Absalom. This is a tough moment. His own son, Absalom, it's all gone wrong, and he's on the run. He's had to leave the palace. He's had to leave. He set out to preserve his life. Otherwise, he could have been killed to make way for Absalom. So it's a really, really tough moment that he's going through. So Psalm 61. By the way, just to give you a little heads up, Spurgeon says of this Psalm 61, it's a gem. It's small, but it's precious. And I think he says something like, many a mourner, when they run out of words, use the words in Psalm 61 to help them and strengthen them. So a little gem, says Spurgeon. Lead me to the rock. It's the title of the psalm. Hear my cry, O God. Listen to my prayer. From the ends of the earth, I call to you. So he's crying out. He's calling. You know, it's not inappropriate in your devotions when you're going through deeply painful, difficult moments. God, where are you? Hear me. I need it. Nothing wrong with that. Everything right about that. So being encouraged with that, this is part of our prayer. From the ends of the earth, I call to you. When my heart is faint, lead me to a rock that's higher than I am. I'm spent. I've not got much left. God, I just need to hide a bit. So, do you ever felt like that? I have. For you have been my refuge. Lord, I have known your help in the past. It's a great thing to do, you know, when you're at your wit's end. God, just to look back, God, you have been good to me. You kept me through this and this and this. It's a very appropriate and good thing to do when you're in a tough moment. You have been my refuge, a strong tower. Let me dwell in your tent forever. Let me take refuge under the shelter of your wing. Here he is on the run, feeling very insecure. Lead me to a rock that's higher than I. It's a good verse to have in your memory, actually, for when you are feeling those tight spots, when you're feeling just shot through. God, lead me to a rock that's higher than I. I just need to hide a bit in you. And then he goes on, you know, look, prolong the life of the king. Of course, he was the king. That's why we think it was its later point in his life. May he be enthroned forever. There's a little touch of the messianic thing, you know. Someone will sit on David's throne forever. Jesus, it'll whisper about Jesus there. Appoint steadfast love and faithfulness to watch over him. There's the Hesed, there's the covenant love. So will I ever sing praises to your name as I perform my vows daily, day after day. Such a good thing to be in a pattern of daily devotion. And sometimes the pressure of life, they may be fleeting and short, but hey, just to have that, even if it's sometimes if you're busy, work, children, whatever, just that cry daily, Lord, need you today. As I set off in the day, help. It's just such a good thing to do. And the next psalm, going into Psalm 62, what I really love about this psalm, I didn't count, but you look at how many times David says, my. Okay, my. He's drawing things into himself. For God alone, my soul waits in silence. He only is my rock, and he's my salvation, my fortress. I shall not be greatly shaken. He's just taking that little phrase I've been using these last few days, taking big truth into small places, majestic words into mundane situations. So there he is. He's, God, you're my rock in the challenge that I'm facing today. You're my fortress where I'm feeling wobbly and uncertain. And it's that lovely personalised devotion that makes all the difference. Verse 5, for God alone my soul waits in silence. So, you know, there are times when we just want to cry out, God, I need you. Where are you? There's other times when we just, Lord, I've hardly got words. And he waits in silence. Have you felt like that? I have. Times when I've woken up feeling absolutely drained, empty, and all I can do is make a mug of tea, come up here, and just, I'll play worship songs. I may have no more energy than that. For God alone, my soul waits in silence, because my hope is from him. Hey, he's back to the my again. My hope is in him. He only is my rock. He is my salvation, and he's my fortress. I shall not be shaken. Oh, on God rests my salvation and my glory. Do you remember that? I should know where it is. My glory and the lifter of my head. My glory and the lifter of my head. That's who he is. That's who God is. Trust in him at all times, O people. Pour out your hearts before him. God is a refuge for us. And, you know, in the stuff of life, this is where we grow. This is where our devotion, our reliance on the Lord grows, by holding on in those hard times. And hit verse 10, put no trust in extortion, or set no vain hopes on robbery. If riches increase, don't set your heart on them. I've had all that stuff, says David. Yeah, and maybe that made me take my eyes off the Lord. I had my palaces, and then I stopped going to war, and that's when it all went wrong. I lost the sense of battle in my walk, perhaps. So he's had all the stuff. He's perhaps settled, and he's saying, don't set your hope on all those things, that they will not deliver. Once God has spoken, twice I've heard this, that power belongs to God, and that to you, O Lord, belong steadfast love, covenant love. He's holding on. And then I'm going to draw to a close here in Psalm 63. Again, please use these my's as your my's when you read these Psalms. O God, you are my God. Earnestly I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh faints for you. God, I want to know your presence again. I feel dry, but I really want to know your presence again. I've known it in the past. I want to know your presence with me again. And so I've looked upon you in the sanctuary. Lord, I've had moments in the company of God's people in the temple, and they've been wonderful times, and I'm holding on. And then this verse, I'm going to finish, well, I'll try and finish with this verse here, verse 3. Because your steadfast love is better than life. My lips will praise you, and so I will bless you as long as I live. In your name I will lift up my hands. I can't stop. My soul will be satisfied with fat and rich food. My mouth will praise you with joyful lips. So that's a profound verse there, because your steadfast love is better than life itself. Wow. Here's a man fearing for his life. What a wonderful verse. We used to sing that as well one day. Your loving kindness is better than life. Remember? One or two of you. But it's a profound verse. Your steadfast love is better than life itself. God, even when I face that time when my life when my life is coming towards an end, my life on earth is coming towards an end, your steadfast love is even better than life. It's sweeter than life. It's more wonderful and rewarding than life itself. I've got a wonderful future. My future is secure, and it's astonishing. It's not going to be a poor substitute for the life I've had here. It's going to be far, far better, because your steadfast love, Lord, whatever happens to me, your loving kindness is better than life. I'm going to praise you. I'm going to keep enjoying you as long as I live, because I know that the best is yet to come. So, dear friends, whatever you're going through, make use of the Psalms. Use those my words as you hold on to the Lord and keep your eyes fixed on him. Bless you. Have a good day, and hope to see you soon. Bye now.